Hello, and welcome to Donkey Kong Country Returns. Just as Donkey Kong has returned, I have as well. It's been quite a few months, but I'm back with some better equipment, so hopefully a better viewing experience. That's what I hope. Without further ado, without further delay, let's get into this. So, you might ask, why am I actually playing this? Which, to answer the question, if you watched the Nintendo Direct that happened a few days ago, they announced that they're re-releasing this game for the third time. So I was inspired by the gameplay. I'm like, I want to play that again. So I decided, it's time to record. So that's what I did. Oh, that's what I'm doing. That's actually cool. The explosions of the eggs lined up with the music. I don't know if I noticed that before. That's pretty cool. Especially with the musical influence of the enemies. It's really well designed in this game. I like the enemy designs. It's a very confused elephant. And it's pretty fair to be confused. I probably would be as well. But here's showcasing some of the really cool designs. As is the case in most Donkey Kong games, at least the ones I've played, from what I can recollect. The banana horde is yet again getting stolen, which seems like a weekly thing for the Kongs. No K. Rool though. I'm not sure how Diddy's surprised by this. It's happened so many times. He's mad at least, that's pretty fair. I mean, imagine if a thief came into your home and only stole the stuff out of your fridge. What would you tell the police? I mean, I guess it's pretty self-explanatory, actually. Just tell them that food was stolen out of your fridge. Just be an odd conversation. Nope, no valuables were stolen. Just the ham in my fridge. And we can see the transition between graphics. We are into the actual gameplay. By shaking my Wii remote a little bit, bust through this door and bust through that tiki, and welcome our main guy himself. It's Donkey Kong. Before moving on, before moving through the level, we gotta bounce back up here and headed back into the Kong home. Collect this life, which is indicated because it's not a banana. What? It's a balloon. Not too much else in here, except Donkey Kong has some extra ties, which are noticeably bigger than the one he's currently wearing. Maybe they just haven't been washed yet. Ground pounding lets us listen to the original title screen theme, which is very cool, because it's a very good theme. Alright, let's head out of here. Whoops, not mean to head back in. Can't quite move on yet, though. We gotta head back here to get one of our collectibles. This is a puzzle piece, which is different in every level, but in this case, it is not. But does that. The other main collectible, big collectible, is going to be the Kong letters, which there are always 4. That enemy I just defeated, which we'll see some more shortly, are Ox. They only take one roll or one jump, and they're gone. If you shake the ground, you can stun them, and if you walk into them while stunned, you actually won't take any damage, which is pretty nice, but not too commonly used. As this tutorial pig, yes, that's what it's actually called, or what he's actually called in the manual, although in later games, such as the Smash Bros. Series, he's referred to as Professor Chops, so. I'll probably just call him the tutorial pig, but you can call him whatever you want. Missed that jump because I didn't roll. I was first kind of skeptical how this game would play with the motion controls, but once you're used to it, it's actually not bad at all. It's pretty fluid, I should say. It's pretty good to control, feels nice, and when doing the time trials, it feels good. It doesn't feel awkward or anything like that. Here's another new enemy. It's the Tiki Goon, which behaves almost identically to the Ox. They just move back and forth and take one roll or jump to defeat. Just running right through them. Here is the Screaming Pillar. They behave like thwomps, I guess, in Mario games, as in when you approach them, they fall down, but unlike thwomps, they can't get back up, so you just have to destroy them, or they lay there in seconds. Sometimes they grant you rewards, such as this puzzle piece. Here's an enemy we can't actually fight. It's a Tiki pilot stealing our bananas. Puzzle pieces in this first level are very plentiful and not too hard to spot, but pretty conspicuous. This is a Frogoon, I believe. I almost said the Popgoon, which is another variation, which we should see in this video. They do one short jump, glide for a moment, get back to the ground, and do a bigger jump. Here's a unique way to get a puzzle piece. And it's going to be a common theme throughout, collect lots of bananas. Once I do so, hopefully I do so, because, fun fact, the first recording I did of this, I actually failed. So, I restarted the recording. Thankfully, didn't have to do that this time. We got some butterflies and the puzzle piece descending upon us. Oh, let's get that life. Not gonna roll into this guy. Jump on him. How are you gonna get that Kong letter, you may ask? It's actually quite simple. You can just roll off and jump midair. You can only jump midair if you are currently rolling. If you are not rolling, you will fall and lose life. Diddy. This, I didn't even comment about that, but Diddy maybe got captured and put into a barrel. If you throw that barrel, you get Diddy. It can damage enemies to defeat an enemy. And with Diddy by our side, we can now glide, gaining a little bit more distance than we would normally. Hearts. I haven't lost a heart, but if you collect a heart, you will regain a life you've lost. These panels, once you pound, will reveal usually a new area of some sort. Curious where all of these structures were contained. It's a very tall jungle. Let's head. Oh, I almost jumped off. Let's head over to this isolated platform and collect yet another puzzle piece. Actually, I don't remember the names of these things. They're all over the place, but the things you pound and get some rewards out of. I'll add it post. Barrels. So barrels, if they have an arrow on them, you get to decide when you shoot. You just press 2 or whatever it is for nunchuck variation. But the ones with the skull on them with a little explosion behind them, you do not get to time, and after a short period, they will explode themselves and you'll be shot out. Here's the first of many. It's a bonus room. The goal of this, collect everything. Once you do, you get a puzzle piece. These will be everywhere. Sometimes they'll have different collectibles, but it's usually pretty standard. You know, some banana coins, bananas, sometimes a life. Let me do this. That wasn't bad. That was actually pretty quick. And not perfect, but not too bad. We'll see plenty more of those. Now, if you do try and if you failed or want to go back in for some reason, you can't. You get shot right back out. They don't want you going back in. The way, if you do, in fact, want to retry and you have some lives to spare, what you can do is just jump in a pit or something, and then you can try the thing again. Otherwise, you're out of luck. Here's the cooler version. At least I think they're cooler. It's a rock. I love the rocks. Because of their name. And the only reason I love them is because it's 1000-Year Door. Such a great game. But I always think of Rock Hawk. Which if you haven't played the remakes out, go play it. It's really good. Such a fun game. Here's our final Kong letter. We are missing a piece, but don't worry, we didn't miss it. It's right over here. Past the goal, actually. So, the goal is a little bit interesting. The balloon, banana, and banana coin are self-explanatory. They give you what's pictured. The DK is a little special if I can time it right. Yeah! Shake your remote. You will get, that's actually the best reward you can get. You'll get a variety of different rewards, you know, banana, banana coin, but lives are the best because they're the most useful. The amount you get is dependent on how fast you shake the remote. Banana coins, I'll show the use of that currency shortly. Actually, right now. Not right now, sorry. I forgot it doesn't actually unlock until you beat the second level. I'll showcase that in a moment. all of the, I can't say all, but most of the levels names in this game are references to something else. Like King of Kling is a reference to the game aptly named King of Kling, which is another Donkey Kong game. The actual gameplay is not, I haven't actually played it. I've seen some gameplay of King of Kling, but I haven't played it myself. It's not really at all similar, except for the fact that you climb a little bit. You can grab onto vines and then move a little bit, but you're not really restricted in your movement at all. You can still pound. You can't roll, obviously, but you're still pretty standard movement. Can't glide. You'd have to jump off for that. Here's a new enemy, though. This is a Chomp, if I remember that. They have a resemblance to another Mario enemy. I know I'm making a lot of Mario references, and there will be more, I'm sure. But they do have a little bit of a resemblance and behavior to a Piranha Plant. Which Donkey Kong and Mario are usually pictured in the same universe. I'm not sure like where this is placed in the timeline, but they are usually together. There's going to be a very prominent, I just said prominent and then noticeable. It's going to be a very prominent theme of where all the puzzle pieces are located. If you can see, these past three have all been in these little like secret alcoves, and that's not going to change anytime soon. Let's avoid this chomp, hopefully. And while I have time to actually just speak, I do want to talk about what's happening with the first two series. Well, the first one I've already talked about, but Sunshine. Fortune Street I will still be doing. That's not too much of a problem. I'm sort of contemplating what I'm going to do with the Sunshine series because it's going to be completely different quality. This stuff is going to be different quality than what I did for that series originally. So I'm not sure if I'm going to continue it or just sort of leave it as is and probably do that series at a later point. If you have an opinion on that, let me know. Otherwise, I'll make a decision at some point. Stop in this barrel and head over here. Not only to just get this O, but we have another special surprise in for us. You guessed it, it's another bonus level. This one's a little different than our first one though. We get a springboard to jump on and select. No life in this one, unfortunately, but you should get a life from the bananas. There are, I believe, I've played through this stage so much recently, 99 bananas in this, so you should almost guaranteed to get a extra life out of it, unless you somehow had no bananas. Reminds me of all those videos of, can you beat New Super Mario Bros. 2 with no coin? Like by Nathaniel Bandy and stuff like that. I'm sure it's been done. Can you beat Donkey Kong Country? No bananas. If it hasn't, do it. I'd watch it. I enjoy those challenge videos. Here's a giant chomp. Yep, no real unique name. That's exactly what they're called. They chomp a little bit faster than normal chomps, but they're just bigger, larger hitbox. Can't be defeated. Normal chomps, I missed my barrel, can be defeated by barrels. Otherwise, they can't be defeated. You can't hop on them, you can't roll into them, anything like that. But as for like Super Paper Mario, I don't think I'm continuing that. I didn't. That's like the oldest thing on my channel. Which I actually don't think those were super bad, but the way I was recording them, just some of the stuff, it was like laggy in some spots with the pure hearts and stuff like that. And it's just not, I don't feel good enough quality to really warrant continuing. But likely at some point, I'm not going to do like both the series at a time besides Fortune Street. That'll be a side thing. I'll probably do the series in the future because I love the Paper Mario franchise. I've already talked about TBYD. I've talked about Super Paper Mario now. Make a reference to the 64 and then Color Splash, Sticker Star. I'm getting there. We'll get through them all in this video. I'll make a reference to all of them somehow. Even though half of them weren't even out at this point. Oh, I missed my jump. Ow. pound this guy open. Get a mana coin, get a jump. Now, time trials, that's something I actually want to mention. I'm going to go in more detail, but this will not be showcased. Time trials will not be showcased in this video. But for a basic, I'm going to be doing them after the fact. After I beat the world, I'll be going back and doing time trials, and I'll explain further how I'm going to do like gold, shiny gold, all that kind of stuff. But yes, I will be doing time trials, which is when, how is going to be a little different than you may expect. Here's another new enemy. I think these are called DKC, maybe? If I get that wrong, sorry. But I think that's what they're called. This time it's right. Hold on. Fire. There we go. Lives again? No. Unfortunately not, but still banana coins. Still a good enough reward for me. I didn't even check, but I believe I got everything. Yep, there we go. Now, I tried to do this before, but it wasn't unlocked. It's time to visit the shop where we can spend our banana coins. Cranky Kong's shop. But yes, I will be giving Cranky Kong a voice. I don't know what yet. It's time to decide, though. It's about time you visited your frail old grandpa. Give me some of those shiny banana coins, and you can pick through my old things. Just has the map key lying around. Everything's self-explanatory, you know, lives. Banana juice is invincibility, extra heart, squawk helps to find puzzle pieces, and the map is to unlock an extra level in the world, which is all I'm actually going to be buying right now. Yes, I want to shut up. When in doubt, pound, or jump, or blow, or whatever. I'm sure you'll figure it out. Here we go. Sorry about that, I am back. I believe I showcased the map opening, but I just had to take a break for a moment. But let us continue with 1-3 Treetop Bop. I didn't say that quite right, but Treetop Bop. This is going to be the final level that I'm going to be doing in this video, but shouldn't be too bad. Level design in this game is really good. I don't actually really have anything bad to say about this game. I mean, maybe the graphics, but it's a Wii game, what do you expect? I'm not going to complain too much. When the gameplay is this good, can you really complain? And that should be fixed with the remake, as long, or I guess it's a remake, as long as they don't screw anything else up. Hopefully not. I can hope. This is actually a new enemy. You may just say, oh, it's going to be a big tiki goon. No, it's actually a tiki tomb. They take 3 hits to defeat if you're going to bounce on them. I believe it's only 1 if you're rolling into them. But it could be 4. I don't usually roll into them because you can get a banana coin from jumping on them 3 times in a row. Or any enemy for that matter. Every sequential thing after 3 gives you an extra banana coin. Which is why I tend to jump on them rather than roll. Makes sense to me. I haven't mentioned this yet, which I actually really should. I know I said I have nothing bad to say, and I still don't. Listen to the soundtrack of this game. Like, listen to the music that's happening. I know we've heard this track before, but wow. Such a nice soundtrack. I don't actually know off the top of my head who composed it, but so good. Now this is how the barrels are mostly used in the future levels. It's more of like a timing-based thing, you know, which is going to be harder in the later levels, but right now it's just awesome. This is a new variation. It's a yellow frog goon. It's a hop goon that can actually move forward, unlike the green counterpart. I can't get the banana though because I defeated all the enemies already. We can't. I know you see that gray block down there, but we can't actually activate. Okay, I lost it. We can't actually get through there yet. We gotta wait a minute. We'll get Diddy back shortly, but right now, I'll make sure I get through here. Oh right, this is actually the one you can't get through yet. It's an exit rather than an entrance. Wow, I might actually die. I didn't think I was gonna die in the first episode, but it's certainly possible. Saw how how fast I game overed in Sunshine, so nothing's out of the realm of possibility for me. Played this game definitely more than Sunshine, though. Because I played through both the Wii version, the 3DS version. I'll be playing through it on Switch. I'm playing through it now. So I'll be playing through it a lot. I won't be playing through the 3DS version, obviously, at all in this series, because this focuses on the Wii, and I have no way to record handheld footage. Like, I don't have a 3DS capture card or anything like that. So I'm stuck to console stuff. Maybe that'll change in the future, but for right now and for probably a while longer, it's not going to. I didn't mention, I was too busy talking, this is Rambi, who has appeared in previous games. Rambi is invincible to pretty much everything, except for, hits and stuff like that. And one other weakness, which I will showcase sort of momentarily. It's going to be a moment, but Tiki Dooms do actually die in one hit, even jumped on, when jumped on by I don't know how heavy rhinos are, but they've got pretty heavy. I'm still surprised that Diddy's jetpack works at all, considering all the weight that's on it. Gorillas, monkeys aren't that light. Gorillas definitely aren't that light with all that muscle mass, and rhinos aren't any lighter than gorillas, so even if it is just one spurt, that's impressive. Now, Rambi's going to be quaking in his boots right now because he sees fire. This is a Tiki Torch, if I remember correctly. I'm not actually going to touch him because then I lose Rambi. Well, not necessarily. He becomes like Yoshi where you have to hop back on him. But yes, fire is a weakness of Rambi. Otherwise, the only way to lose him is via hit. Which then you will also lose a life, which is not the case if you touch fire. Unless it's like above a pit or something. They do a good job, I feel, with actually making the bonus games pretty unique. They have a lot of variations, so you don't really get bored of it. But yeah, anything else, and these blocks just Rambi run straight through. Now I'm actually missing, I believe, the N. You actually have to go back, or the G, sorry, to go back to get this one. I forgot about that. Whoa. Not a problem, though. Just jump off. Now I should have everything. Should have all 5. Yep. That is everything. Hopefully, let's get this timing right. Yeah! What do I get this time? Wow, I'm getting lucky with the lives. I don't know how common it is. Maybe it's an equal chance. Like, is it banana coins? Bananas? Lives? I don't know if there's anything else, but I don't think so. Well, with that being cleared, and I didn't mention, another thing I really like is the loading screen. But with that being said, we have our next 2 levels unlocked, but we will not be getting to that in this episode. You're going to have to watch the next episode to see those. I hope you enjoyed this. I certainly enjoyed playing it. Hope to see you next time. Bye.